New Mexico Magazine is published monthly and features topics from around the land of enchantment,
including our multicultural heritage, arts, climate, environment, and diverse people. And joining us now is Dave Herndon, the editor-in-chief of New Mexico Magazine.
Dave, good to see you. Already talking about this. We couldn't even wait for the interview to start. Just so excited about it. I love the holidays. I love December in New Mexico.
Okay.
You guys are covering it. That's what we're talking about on the cover story, right?
That's right. December, I can pretty much guarantee you that every December cover is going to have Farolitos on it.
Of course.
Yeah, it's going to be Farolitos Adobe. We've got a coyote fence in there this time. And it's our most unabashedly traditional issue of the year because we're celebrating, it's such a rich tradition of stuff,
absolutely.
in New Mexico, the sort of the Catholic traditions, there's going so strong here.
Yeah.
Well, one tradition we want to talk about, Las Posadas.
Right.
So what's going on there?
It was missionaries, Spanish missionaries in Spain used it to teach Mexican natives the nativity story.
Gotcha.
They were all illiterate, so they did these folk plays where Mary and Joseph would go from door to door, seeking shelter, and then finally have a celebration ensue when they were given some hospitality.
Yeah.
So that is a tradition that is actually alive and well in some communities, throughout New Mexico. So we have a story about 3 towns in northern New Mexico where they celebrate it in very different ways.
Okay.
And it's just one of those things. It's another one of those only in New Mexico things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not going to get that, in any other state.
Absolutely. Yeah. Also, another thing that I think is really great is the Gustav Baumann. You talk about Gustav Baumann, whom, if I understand correctly, and I may be wrong about this, you can see a lot of his work at the print shop at the Palace of the Governors up in Santa Fe. But the work that he does, he was a wood print. He used wood to do his printing and his holiday cards, right?
He did fine art. He was a famous fine art wood print artist, and this is something he just started doing handmade Christmas cards in the 1920s and circulating them among his artist friends, and then they reciprocated, and it became a big thing, and they did it for 50 years. And so last year, curator discovered this trove of handmade Christmas cards, and they're on display at the New Mexico History Museum, and they're also selling cards. And
that was my next question. Can you get replicas?
Yeah, you can. Get them through nmmagazine.com.
We're
selling them. We're selling them. We're selling them, and my Christmas cards this year are going to be
that's what they are. Yeah, I got a feeling mine are as well.
There's also a book attached to it, and there's even like limited edition books with some like original prints in them, like of wood blocks, So very cool thing. Also in the issue, we're just flipping through there. We have a story from the 1932 New Mexico Magazine about a studio visit with Gustav Baumann. That's that's another.
I love his speech. I can't talk about my work. I just do it. That is an artist right there.
Yeah,
he's sort of the Bill Belichick of artists. He doesn't not very talkative.
So let's talk about what about In Harvey Heaven?
Yeah. So Fred Harvey is credited with. I'm going to do air quotes here, civilizing the West, because he brought first-class fine dining and hospitality that followed the train lines out west, and New Mexico was really kind of the hot spot because there was the first place where they had Harvey Girls, their famous Harvey House restaurants, Harvey hotels, all along the train lines, and they started. They also started native tourism in this country, basically by selling arts and crafts, to their passengers and clients, and also then taking their hotel guests out on, they call them Indian detours.
Now, you talk about, as you were saying, Indian and Native American gifts. Let's talk about some of the gifts that we can get from the Zuni for the holidays.
Sure. So we have a story about the whole history of the Zuni Pueblo and what it's like out there now, and it's one of the pueblos that's sort of better set up for hospitality and for tourism. There's a B&B there. They have a visitor center, museum.
Really?
And
Wow.
and there's a famous there's a mission church out there that has murals on it that were restored in recent decades, and it's called the Sistine Chapel of the West. I mean, it's fantastic.
No kidding,
And
wow.
and so yeah, it's an opportunity to go, and you can buy jewelry and other stuff straight from the source there. We've got another story in there, a road trip story that kind of dovetails with that, about driving out through Grants and going through to Zuni and then up to Gallup. Gallup is another great place for shopping, you know, because we're talking about shopping this time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, speaking of shopping, let's talk. We can get this for somebody for presents.
That's right.
For
And, you know,
Christmas,
now
for
would be a
holidays.
really good time to act on that, because if you order now, you could probably get your January subscription would probably arrive as a gift.
Oh, okay.
Right around the holidays. So yeah, so each issue has envelopes and blow-in cards about how to
Okay.
order subscriptions. They're $14 a piece. Okay.
That's great.
So $14, you get a Christmas gift for somebody that comes every month. You know, for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, we have also a great gift catalog on this.
Yeah, I was going to say, even in addition to the subscription, you've also got a lot of great gifts. Like you were even saying, the Gustav
cards.
Yeah, the
all
Bauman
kinds of
cards.
We've got all kinds of
that you can get on the
ornaments,
website.
jewelry, New Mexico food stuff. Easy, you know, one-stop shopping for all your Christmas needs right here.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, guys, for more information on this, to get your subscription for the holidays or for yourself, head over to casa.com, click on the Style tab. We will have links to nmmagazine.com.